Hey guys, this is Kris Jones for episode 33 of Ask Me Anything. Today I'm going to spill the beans on one of the most powerful tips that I've ever learned in my life. And I promise you that the power of focus, being able to become aware of where your energy is flowing and where your mind is concentrated, is a complete game changer. It's going to require you to be a bit introspective as you're listening to me here, because I want you to be candid and honest with yourself about where you're at right now in your life. What are some of the things that you're focusing on? Because, gang, my friends, my followers, when you start to peel back the onion and reveal where you're spending your energy, it helps to explain where you're at, and which is a good thing. Because, you may want to be somewhere else, or you may want to take some action in your life to get closer to where you want to be. So I cannot overstress. I hope this is going to be a short video. I can't make any promises because I say that and then I break the promise, but it doesn't need to be a long video. This lesson, this tip is a game changer. So make sure you have your notepad and your pencil, because we are not passive learners here. If you're a passive learner, turn this thing off. I need you to be an active learner, because the only thing that is going to get some of these ideas and strategies networked into your body is the movement of your body. It's just how it works. It's how learning takes place, especially with personal and professional development. So the power of focus. Write this down. What you focus on is what you feel. What you focus on is what you feel. It's ultimately what you experience. And the amazing thing about it is, it's our choice. It's not anyone else's choice. This is a personal responsibility to take control over what you focus on. This gets at the heart of everything that I'm trying to share with you guys about how I've developed into the person that I've become. You get more control over where you spend your energy, people are going to start looking at you and saying, what happened? You seem happier. You seem to be doing things that you've always wanted to do. You seem to have a lot of people that want your time. A lot of people want to be around you. People are attracted to people who, we chatted about this in a previous AMA, who have been able to tap into their gifts. You want to get closer to answering some of the questions I asked about why you do what you do and why you wake up in the morning and why should anyone care? Think about where you focus your energy. I'm going to share with you guys a very simple 3-step process that I want you to go through. The first thing, before I get to the first step, again, I want you to jot down where you think most of your energy is being consumed right now. Where is most of your energy focused on? And oh my God, the diversity in responses here is going to be extraordinary. From, I've got a young child and I just want them fed and I want them to stop crying, and I get it. Just write it down. It doesn't matter. Good, negative, positive, negative, preferably where you spend your energy, because that's really what the question is. But once you get that, if you've been watching this series, and many of you have reached out to me, because in a previous video I said, how many videos have you watched? 5 or more, let me know. There are some of you out there have watched every single one of these videos, man, and I'll tell you what, that's extraordinary. But you'll know that throughout all these videos, even when I'm talking about digital marketing or entrepreneurship, you know that I can't help not talk about personal growth, because my goal for you is really happiness. It's to unlock that part of you that is like a coiled spring and that just needs to be shared with this world. So I hope you think back to some of your past notes. If you haven't, some of the exercises I've done with some of my viewers, some of my friends and followers, is to ask them to get down on paper what they want, like what they care about. One way of thinking about it is, and by the way, you are the ultimate decision maker for where you spend your time and where you focus, but let's just say that you don't think that's the case. Let's pretend that you had complete control over where you spent your time and your energy. You should then have a list, and do it right now, like unless you're watching this live, come back and watch it a second time, but make sure that you have a list of what you desire. Things, accomplishments, life goals, self-development, whatever it might be. Make sure you have that list when I go through these 3 steps, because I don't want it, this is no philosophy here, gang. This 3-step process is actionable. Right this moment, you could start taking action that will make your life better, that will make you a happier person, that will get you closer to that person that you want to become. And you know what? I think that should be your goal in life, because the happier you are, the more positive impact you have on the people that love you most. And guess what? You know this. There's nothing that we care more about with our loved ones than to see them happy and to see them celebrate and to see them, you know, in the last video, what did we talk about? Progress equals happiness. The only thing better than making progress yourself is when a loved one makes it, because you get to share it with them. So, all right, here's my 3-step process. First, from that list of things that you want to do, actions you want to take, it could be losing weight. Stop putting it off. We're going to talk about it real quick. Whatever that is, make more money, start a business, whatever it is, make sure you have that list. The first thing to do is to get focused on that list. Prioritize it. Put some numbers next to it. I like to use a 4-point system. 1 is like, I need to take action right this second. 2 is like, hey, you're on deck. When I have more time, because I'm spending it doing all the things I love over here in the number 1 world, it's getting laid up. 3s are interesting, desirable, definitely worthy of your time, but not quite on deck yet or in pursuit. And then 4 are these big, hairy, audacious things that even if you took action right now, you wouldn't see results for some time. So anyway, use a point system, get clear with it, but you need to get focused and clear. Where are you and where do you want to be, right? Now that you've done that, let's start with some low-hanging fruit. Meaning, you could take action now and start to see results. Whatever that is for you. Just look at your list, circle that. That's what I'd like you to have in your mind here for these next 2 things. Second tip, get a mentor or a model. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Success leaves clues. Much, if not all of my success has come from modeling others before me that have achieved the types of things that I wanted to achieve. It's not cheating, it's just the fastest way to experiencing the types of experiences that we get to experience when we make progress and achieve our goals. So get a mentor or a model. Another way of thinking about this is get tools. You're not alone. If you wanted to lose weight or make more money or run a marathon or love your significant other more intensely, make love more intensely, do things that have been done before. If that's the case, if you want to do things that have been done before, there are tools available to you. So keep that in mind. I'm going to make this real short. Let's keep it short because you know what? You know how quick your life could change? Guess how quick? In an instant. In the moment of decision, your destiny is shaped. Don't sit on the sidelines. Stop being passive. So get a mentor or a model. Third and finally, we're talking here about the power of focus. How focus is everything with regard to whether or not you're going to be able to cross things off your bucket list or start to accumulate some achievements. And we chatted about this in the previous videos. You need to put a lot of emotion around why. First, you need to write down and think about why you want to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. And what you want to achieve is where you're going to focus your energy, right? So once you're clear and focused, and once you have a bunch of tools, mentors, models, whatever it is to help you facilitate your success, the third thing is developing your why. The reason why I said emotion, we've talked about this in previous AMAs, is the key to answering your why is to move you emotionally, viscerally. There's a big difference between saying, I want to make more money because I want to, buy a new car versus I want to make more money because I want to help starving children eat. They just have a different emotional impact. And not for everyone, by the way. Not everybody, as I said, in the past, wants to be Mother Teresa. But the point is like, stack it on there. Like, don't just say because. Like, that's not why. The reason that you want to take action, fill that in. The reason I want to take action right now is because I want to be there for the people that love me. I want to feel healthy and energized. Because if I'm able to accomplish this, it will make a difference in my life and the people I care most about. If I'm able to achieve this, it's one next step towards my much bigger goal. So again, that third step is to really spend some time on why you want what you want. That's it. And you know what? One other real quick thing. It's easy for me to be able to say what I just said and understand it. But let me give you a real world sort of reflection on how important getting your why right is. The stories we tell ourselves about why we can or can't or should or shouldn't get something, achieve something, really dictate whether or not we take action. And my concern for you, because I've experienced this myself, is that your story is disempowering. It's not empowering enough. You've got to make your why so intense, so jarring, that your body is moving before you even stop writing it down. Like, you just make it a must, seriously. If you do this exercise properly, developing your why, you'll get emotional. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. But remember, the stories we tell ourselves, sometimes people will, for instance, use this storyline. Well, I'm going to do that, but I need something else to happen first. That's like one of the worst stories ever. You know what that really means? Is that whenever that next thing happens, your story's going to change, and it's going to sound like this. Well, yeah, now that next thing happened, I still need this thing to happen. So what happens is you get in this spiral of not taking action and finding yourself in a place of Groundhog Day, where if you do the same things, you get the same results. So you need to have a better story like this. If I don't take action right now, the people that love me most are going to have to continue to deal with my negativity, my pessimism, my unhappiness. The reason why I need to take action right now is because my unhealthiness might result in me ending up in the hospital or sick or maybe even dead. I need to take action right now because if I don't, I'm going to lose something that I love and care about deeply. I need to take action right now because I am better than the person that is writing down these ideas right now. I'm better than that. I deserve that. So the idea here, guys, is you change your story, you change your results. You change your story, you change your focus. And it's all about focus. Wouldn't it be amazing that if you and I got to a point in our life and our career, because guys, the bridge between personal and professional growth and development is one that is where I think most happiness comes from. But imagine if we got to a point where the majority of our time was spent doing the things we're good at, doing the things we love, and doing the things that allowed us to cultivate whatever it is that we wanted to get out of life. It's the power of focus, and that's the power of awareness around where you're focusing your energy and the stories you tell yourself about whether or not you do or don't or don't should on yourself, should or should not be doing something. See you guys in the next episode.